God. Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's good for you. Obviously, I'm still working on the bench, so we're still in a bit of a disarray. We'll get back to the normal set soon. Came down here to record late today, and the UPS guy just showed up with this disgustingly huge package. I was expecting a package, and I knew it was going to be heavy, but this is about 80 pounds. That's way heavier than I expected. 31 kg, 32 kg. That's not 80 pounds. It's like 68, 70 pounds. Something like that. Wow. And this is booth stuff for Origins. We just got done, Portal Games just got done with UK Games Expo. So we had all of our banners and stuff manufactured in Poland because it's cheaper there, and then just freighted it over here so I could take it to Origins. So I have no clue what's in here. I'm going to open this while I talk to you. I got home today at 5 o'clock. Now, one of the things I love about living in West Virginia is we don't really have traffic. But when we do have traffic, boy do we have traffic. Today was one of those days when I live about 20 miles from here, south, and I take an interstate there. And it usually takes me, in my truck, about maybe a half hour to get there, just because my truck's really slow. And to get home today, it took almost 2.5 hours. Took me. So, and the thing that I love about West Virginia is also one of the things that bothers me about West Virginia, and that's the hills. I absolutely love the hills. I love living here. It's a super scenic state. It's gorgeous. But when you have a old two-wheel drive truck with a stick shift, with a manual transmission, and no hydraulic clutch, a manual clutch, and there's stop-and-go, bumper-to-bumper traffic on a hill, wow, does my leg hurt. Like, I feel like I went to the gym today with my left leg only because pumping that damn clutch. So I got home about 2 hours later than I normally do today, and so I thought, well, it kind of threw me all off on what I was going to talk about today, and that's okay. You know, this show is not like a scheduled program, so whatever. I can talk about whatever I want. It's my show, damn it. So I thought I'll wait for the UPS guy to show up because I knew he was coming. He tried to come this morning and I wasn't here, and this was a signed delivery, all that stuff. So he wasn't coming. I said, screw it, I'll just record the show. Well, then he showed up. So here we are. Home late after all that. Still getting ready for Origins. Obviously, I have to pack this stuff, whatever this is. But I fixed the code problem from yesterday, and I really wanted to just say how much I appreciate everybody trying to help me with that. It was an easy fix once I figured it out. It was a library issue. It wasn't my code. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Well, I mean, I set the server up. It was so. I guess I did do something wrong. I'm the server admin, so yeah, I just had to reconfigure a bunch of stuff and reinstall some stuff. But once all that was done, it worked. But just the fact that lots of people. I posted one simple question on Twitter, which auto-post to Facebook, and lots of people jumped through hoops to help me. And that was really special. Like, even at game night, we spent time at game night talking about it. And that's just like, that's one of those extensions of all the awesomeness that comes from doing this silly little show. And it was so rewarding. I learned a whole, I'm a complete hack when it comes to programming. When I was a kid, I'd like to give you some background story just so that you know where I come from, because I feel like I'm going to talk about this code base a little bit more in the coming weeks. I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. When I was a kid, programming was my life. Like, that's all I cared about. I did it. When I woke up, I wrote code until I went to sleep. In the summer times, that's all I did. We had an old IBM PS2 computer and a dot matrix printer, the old, if you ever seen one of those. If you're too young, go look that up. And I would download books. We didn't have internet then. We just had some BBS services and CompuServe and Prodigy, and then later on AOL came out, which were pseudo internets, but it still wasn't the internet. So I would download programming manuals, books on how to program, and print them on this printer. And I don't know what that noise was. And they would take days, literally days, to print a book. Just days of printing. And then I would read these books. I would download every programming language I could get my hands on so that I could learn, as much as I could. And I did. Oh, that's UPS telling me my package was delivered. So I learned a lot of programming languages. I wrote a lot of software, games, screensavers, all kinds of stuff. And this is a box inside of a box, wrapped in a box. And programming was my life, and I thought I absolutely wanted to do it for a living. That was going to be my thing. I was never really at that time, there was no such thing as writing, I'm going to make the next hit video game. That didn't exist. It was just writing code to solve simple problems, I wrote, at that time, there was no good sticky note programs to put notes on your desktop, which is such a common thing now. And so I wrote one, and that was pretty popular. I wrote dice rolling software for role-playing gamers. I wrote all kinds of stuff. And at some point, I know when the point was, I was in the Marine Corps, I lost my passion for software. And I wrote a bunch of software for the Marines, and I got medals and all that. And then I just kind of stopped doing it. And I got into the automotive industry and became a mechanic, and here we are, 20 years later, and I'm back at programming. And I basically have to relearn everything, When I was a kid, I didn't know what object-oriented programming was, so now a lot of the tutorials I'm reading are object-oriented based, so I had to teach myself that, and I had to really go through a whole lot to get to where I am. And really, the software that I'm developing is super simple. Just a very basic database program with, very few pages. Today I had some framework issues, which is, no, I'm not using a templating system. I'm doing it all myself. And I've had lots of people tell me I'm stupid for that, and that's fine. You can tell me I'm stupid all you want. I don't care. I've always preferred to do things the hard way until I feel like I have a firm grasp on what it is I'm trying to learn. So I wrote my own framework. I wrote my own bootstrap, I guess you'd call it, my own CSS and all that stuff. And I'm building it out myself. It's only there might be 10 pages in this whole application, and maybe 5 or 6 back-end modules. It's not going to be a whole lot. So it's a very small program, but I'm really proud of it because I'm a completely self-taught guy. And that's been the way that I've always accomplished things in life, is to just go at it. But yeah, yesterday I felt like an idiot. I felt like I had no purpose doing what it was I was trying to do, and that I should, go back to being an IT guy. And I wanted to give up, and lots of you came to my rescue. So thank you so much for that. You guys have been remarkably amazing lately, and I really appreciate it. Another thing happened yesterday at game night. This happened yesterday at game night. This is yet a third Victorinox Tinker Deluxe knife. This was given to me by my friend Will. Will is a game night friend, and he's been really awesome to me. He gave me my miter saw. If you remember that a little while ago when I got the miter saw, he gave me the miter saw, and now he's given me this. And I never imagined that such a small token of appreciation from you guys would mean so very, very much to me. This is more validation than any number of views or any amount of YouTube checks or whatever. Just to know that people give a damn. So, yeah. I'm going to finish opening this box. I'm sorry that you're not going to see what's in it today. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'll put pictures up on Twitter. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, you should do that. At Chevee Dodd. And you can see what's in the box tonight. Otherwise, maybe I'll show you tomorrow. So thank you guys for being here. As always, thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing and being amazing friends. Please let me know how your day's going. I love hearing from you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. What year was The Great Gatsby published? First published by Scribner's, April of 1925. The Great Gatsby received mixed reviews and sold poorly. In its first year, the book sold only 20,000 copies. Fitzgerald died in 1940, believing himself to be a failure and his work forgotten. Still haven't read the book. Still haven't seen the movie.